Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Arrested, arraigned, and then released, former President Donald Trump breezing in and out of Washington, D.C. to enter his plea on charges he tried to interfere with the 2020 election results. Glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 6. I'm Devin Skillion.
Good evening. I'm Karen Drew, in for Kimberly Gill tonight. The former president could have appeared on video, but chose to plead not guilty in person late this afternoon to 4 different charges of conspiracy and obstruction related to the results of the 2020 election. Special counsel alleging that Donald Trump tried to stay in power through various schemes, and that includes allegedly organizing fraudulent slates of electors in Michigan and 6 other states, and repeating a false claim of an illegal ballot dump in the city of Detroit. Mara McDonald following it for us from the newsroom. Former president spoke about an hour ago, but didn't say much, Mara.
Devin, he did. Right as he was getting on his plane, this is after he entered his not guilty plea inside the federal courthouse in Washington, D.C. Let me show you. The former president making brief comments before he hopped on his plane late today.
This is a persecution of a political opponent. This was never supposed to happen in America. This is the persecution of the person that's leading by very, very substantial numbers in the Republican primary and leading Biden by a lot. So if you can't beat him, you persecute him or you prosecute him.
This is the 3rd indictment against the former president, but it has the distinction of being the only one charging him criminally while he was still in office. Trump pleaded not guilty inside the federal courthouse in Washington, D.C. late this afternoon. This indictment prominently features Michigan and what happened here after the 2020 election. The former president is accused of trying to pressure both leaders of the Republican-led legislature at the time to decertify the election results, something neither Mike Shirkey or Lee Chatfield would do. Shirkey told the president in a meeting in the Oval Office he didn't lose Michigan because of fraud. He lost Michigan because he underperformed with certain populations.
So much, if not all of what happened was because of lies about our elections. They were lies that were intended to block the will of the people from coming to fruition, and they were lies that led to violence.
Back here live, if this case does go to trial, and if that happens, that's months away from today. But if it does, and there's no sort of deal reached here, you have the possibility, a pretty high one, of seeing a number of people from Michigan called to testify. We're live in the newsroom. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Exactly right.
Thank you, Mara. By the way, ahead on NBC Nightly News, insight on the judge expected to preside over the trial of former President Trump going forward. Judge Tanya Chutkan is known as a tough sentencer and also has a history with Trump. She was born in Jamaica, nominated by President Obama in 2013. She served as a public defender in Washington and a corporate attorney, a lot of trial experience. But the judge previously denied Donald Trump's plea to keep records from being released to the U.S. House January 6th committee. She is the only D.C. federal judge who has sentenced January 6 defendants to longer sentences than those requested by the prosecutors. So ahead at 6:30 on Nightly News, expert analysis on the legal case against the former president and more on what happens next. Police swarmed a parking lot in Saline today after 2 co-workers were shot when they went outside for a break. One of them is in critical condition, and police say the suspect is her ex-boyfriend. This happened on Woodland Drive near Ann Arbor Street and Michigan Avenue in Saline. Sean Lay live with how the chaotic scene unfolded. Sean, walk us through.
Yeah, very chaotic and alarming for so many in Saline. This came in as an active shooter case to police. That's how they responded to it. Here's why. 3 different crime scenes spread out here and multiple people hurt.
And then all of a sudden we could hear sirens and come out here and saw all this, and then everybody showed up. And it was like county after county.
What looked and sounded like an active shooter situation unfolded right across the street from where Dwayne Garlick was working. Police flooding this area of Woodland and Maple, responding to the UAW local here and the assisted living center right across the street. 2 people had been shot. The scene is so big because the 40-year-old victim and her 55-year-old coworker took a break from their jobs at the assisted living center and walked to her car at the UAW lot. The shooter, police say, her 58-year-old ex-boyfriend, was here waiting, and he opened fire. Police then rushed to this area of Ann Arbor and Willis, the shooter hitting a car head-on, trying to get away. He was finally caught here.
A good Samaritan, he actually saw the suspect trying to flee from the head-on crash, and he got in front of him and actually stopped him from leaving.
Saline police were in active shooter training at Saline High School today when the call came in.
It's crazy. I've lived in this town for 35 years. The first time I've ever seen anything like that. And the crazy thing is they had active shooter training at the high school yesterday.
And active shooter training at the high school today. When this call came in, Saline police were all over it, getting things very calm very quickly and getting the information out also very quickly indeed. The 40-year-old, again, we just checked with the chief in Saline. She remains in critical condition. She tells me her condition has not changed, Karen and Devin, but she is alive. Doctors are working to save her, and so many are hoping she pulls through. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
So hope so. All right. Thank you, Sean.
The boil water advisory in 5 northern Macomb and Oakland County communities ended just before noon today, but at least one is saying these water main breaks are too inconvenient, too disruptive to ignore. So tonight, our Rod Maloney has the story of one of the impacted townships looking for a way to prevent trouble going forward, because this puts a lot of people out when it happens, Rod.
It sure does, Devin. It's the third time in 3 years that we've seen scenes like this one, where you've got the main water break getting replaced out here, putting businesses, shutting them up, inconveniencing families. And Brad Kirsten, who was the supervisor at Chesterfield Township, says, hey, this is too much. It's got to stop.
The impacts are drastic, and it's just something that is always reoccurring.
As Great Lakes Water Authority work crews pull the old damaged pipe from the ground, it's giving everyone out here pause.
Something has to be done about it. We have no choice but to invest in that infrastructure.
Chesterfield Township Supervisor Brad Kester looks to neighboring Shelby Township for an answer. Last year, they spent $12 million installing a water retention system, a 3 million gallon water tower that fairly easily handled the water pressure drop. That kept the township from having to take part in the boiled water advisory because they had readily available water to keep their water pressure high enough. Drone 4 today flew over 45 acres of township-owned land where Kester is proposing either a reservoir or a similar backup water system to Shelby near 25 Mile Road can get built.
We have the network that we can build to it, but obviously the cost effectiveness of that has to be weighed into it. But along with that now is, how often are we going to get interrupted by service?
It's an idea previously floated and now getting some serious traction. Even though it's likely to cost several $1 million, Township Trustee Kathy Vosberg has questions, but...
What would it look like? How much? At what cost to the taxpayers? It's probably a needed service to have available for us.
And so what they're saying is that they got to defend themselves. And so it's a question of not so much if, but when and how. So they've got a lot of questions they need to answer, what they want to do, how they want to do it. But they do know one thing. They want to make sure this doesn't disrupt the community again next summer. Back to you.
And Rod, where are they turning maybe to look for funding on this?
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things they talked about was maybe doing like a regional version of what Shelby Township did. They've got the land, maybe they can get a couple of other townships to join them where they can all use the water. They've got 45 acres out there, and so the belief is maybe that's a way to mitigate the cost but still get the coverage.
Yeah. All right, Rod.
Well, we do have an update for you in the controversy surrounding a popular principal in Dearborn Heights. Aaron Mullet will be back at the beginning of the new school year. You might recall he was suspended last semester under some mysterious circumstances that have yet to be explained publicly. Mullet was reinstated as principal at Annapolis High School a few months ago, but that move was temporary. Overnight, the school board announced he will be back for the 2023-2024 school year.
Tonight, Help Me Hank, tracking 2 big recalls and a big investigation that is working to break up a massive robocall ring.
Consumer investigator Hank Winchester joins us live tonight. And Hank, these robocallers made a record number of calls.
Yeah, Karen, Devin, we're talking about more than 5 billion calls to consumers all over the world, maybe to you, a call to your household or cell phone. Here's the latest information that we know. We begin with a massive robocall investigation. The FCC has now fined international scammers more than $300 million. They targeted about 5 billion people all over the world. They're now facing several charges. A recall alert you need to know about: the Advent digital baby monitor being recalled because it can overheat. There have been reports of burn-related injuries. It's sold online for about $129. You can return the product for a full refund. And another recall alert, this one a popular generator. American Honda portable generators being recalled because of a fire hazard. Several reports of injuries have been reported. They were sold at Honda stores, online, and Home Depot. Don't use the generator and return it for a full repair or get your refund. A lot of recalls this week coming down from the Consumer Product Safety Commission, not only those that I mentioned tonight, but a few food items from Trader Joe's. As always, we put all the recall information for you on the Help Me Hank page at clickondetroit.com. We're live here tonight. Hank Winchester, back to you.
All right, thank you, Hank. By the way, you always are a magnet, it seems, for these scams.
Yes.
Isn't he?
Yes,
he's targeted. Did you get a robocall? Oh, no. He's gone.
You know he did.
He had to answer his phone.
I know.
He had a call.
Had to go get his call. Exactly right. All right, let's check in with Kim and see what we've got coming our way this evening. Kim?
Well, we do have some storms that are to our north, not affecting us here in Metro Detroit. If you have outdoor plans anywhere south of M59, you are fine. But we do have a severe thunderstorm warning. It is now up into parts of the thumb, but it's not affecting us here in Metro Detroit. In fact, see that yellow flashing box right there? You can hardly see it because of all the lightning. A lot of lightning, but also some high winds. So if you're in Sandusky, these storms are moving to the southeast. We'll track them for you coming up here in just a few minutes. But for right now, still well north of Metro Detroit and not expected to affect most of the area, just north, as I said, of M59. 84 in Pontiac, 86 in Mount Clemens. It's now near 90 degrees in downtown Detroit, 85 at Metro. Widen the view, and Alpena hit 90 this afternoon, now down to 88. It's 90 in Sioux Falls, so there's a lot of heat out there, and we have a weak cold front coming through that's going to just continue to touch off those thunderstorms north of Detroit up into the thumb. Then tomorrow, a nice day with a high of 86, but cooler for the weekend, and we'll talk about our chance for rain over the weekend in just a couple minutes.